drafted in a little while, so you're starting to run low for your burn game, right?
My cosmetics. We've changed the burn game slightly in the lack of gems.
Are you still burning champions?
I was lighting them on fire. It got a little bit got a little sulfuric in here one day.
I was there for the first one.
Now I'm just decapitating them.
Great. All right, guys. So it's been a little while since we've drafted with CGB, so we're gonna just talk about our gameplay decisions, our picks, all that good stuff. I'm totally open to drafting like a fun archetype, a meme deck, whatever CGB wants to do for fun. It's not necessarily super duper try hard, but we do want to turn some of these draft tokens into gems.
Yeah, it's just fun, casual, chill gaming, but we better win. It's like I kind of stake all my pride on it.
Today I kept popping in and out of your stream when I was getting ready and stuff, and I just swore like 3 times in a row something mono red. I was like, dang it. It's like, why? CGB's just targeting me. I feel so targeted.
Oh, I played against like 3 or 4 mono reds in a row at one point. It was kind of insane.
All right,
but
so
yeah.
Let's take a look at this pack one, pick one. Is there a card or archetype or a school that really appeals to you that you think you would like to try?
Ooh, so I've seen some decks that are like almost all spells in Temur and use just a bunch of Magecraft triggers and lessons, and they just use a bunch of spells that are creatures, so they run very few creatures and a ton of powerful spells, and those looked really fun.
So we're looking at Explosive Welcome, Elemental Summoning. Elemental Summoning is good in all of the decks, Explosive Welcome a little less so. Mage Duel is also in those Temur colors, but I think Burying Books and Elemental Summoning are the 2 cards that fit that description.
Yep, I'm all about them lessons. Let's get some lessons in here.
All right, Burying Books is possibly better. It's close. I think I really like Elemental Summoning, but we could also, have an argument for the Burying Books there. Frost Trickster, Pop Quiz, and Cultivate, all pretty good with our color theme here. I think Frost Tricksters are really, really amazing.
That is my preview card, so I would not be passing a Frost Trickster.
Great, sounds great. Pop Quizzes, they come around a little bit later than the Trickster. Cultivate would also be a good option here. But there's
also
a chance we could just keep
line.
it straight Prismari, right?
I think so. There's a chance. I do want that Leyline back, potentially. Okay,
Leylines do come around pretty late, so we could also be maybe more of a Quandrix theme as well.
Strixhaven Stadium. Got a weird alt-win con.
Yeah, someone killed me with it the other day. I was kind of salty. Nice. Our colors look open. Heated Debate pick 3 is a really, really good sign. Pop Quiz still being in the pack. Enthusiastic Study, hopefully Wheels, the Fuming Prismari Pledge Mage, all great. But I think this is a hands-down Heated Debate.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, this pack looks ugly.
So we could take the Reckless Amplimancer if we think we might shift, because we do have 2 cards out of our 3 that go into the Quandrix deck. We could take the Anatomy just as a second, lesson early, which is nice. Or we could take the 20 gems.
I'm into the lesson.
Great.
We'll figure out how to learn stuff at some point, I hope.
So Soothsayer Adept I think is a little underrated. They're pretty nice to pitch lands late game, fix early game, smooth. Tendrils being in the pack is still a little bit of a signal, but I mean, we're okay to just stay on target for Prismari if you wanted, but if you also want to branch into more of a 3-color deck, I think Tendrils is probably the better card in the pack.
Yeah, I like grabbing Tendrils. I think that there's a decent chance we're 3-color anyway, with the nonsense I might try to be into.
The Elemental Summoning is still really only, we could cast it for just double blue, and Heated Debate is a more than reasonable red splash, so, we could end up more with that Quandrix splash red for removal. Some nice cards here. Snow Day is a kind of a cute top end for like the Quandrix decks. Shock being in the pack is a bit of a signal. I still think that card goes pretty early, so I'm surprised to see it.
Yeah, I think it's shock is what I'm feeling.
All right.
And yeah, and that's kind of nice to see some green cards and some red cards moving around.
Yeah, Tome
might
Shredder's not
turn out
bad.
well.
Drake isn't bad. Golden Ratio's hit or miss. Oh, 2 Frost Tricksters?
Frozen Grip, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty art.
I mean, a trickster baby. I'm a trickster.
Baby.
Yeah. Trick me.
Oh.
Ooh. Expressive and Masterpiece?
Yeah.
What? Oh, I don't know which one I want more.
So I feel like I'm able to find elemental masterpieces a lot easier than iterations. Masterpieces, like, it's not uncommon for every single one of my Prismari decks to have 2.
Yeah,
as soon as I say that, there won't be any, but...
Of course. Of course. It's also just an uncommon versus a common. I think if this one went this far, we'll probably find one before the draft is done. And you don't want too many 7-drops.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is that there is 2 other big Prismari spells that could really take its place if need be. We might find those instead. Whereas good premium draw cards, a little bit harder to find.
See a nice win con for us, the Excavated Wall. That leans right into what I'm looking to do in Magic. Just kidding.
Hey, I love milling people out in Limited. It's great.
I'm not sure what I would take here. I'm not sure what I'd play.
I'm just going to take this 2-drop. It's pretty, medium, but it fills our curve. Leyline wheeled around.
Got there. This is great. The only creatures I want are Frost Tricksters. Just pure Frost Tricksters. I like Eureka Moment. Do you like it?
I love Eureka Moment. So again, it's going to be one of those things if we're like splashing the red, or if the green is the splash, we might not run it. So just kind of stay open between these 2 schools, or we could just be straight 3 colors.
It means we probably need some campuses or campi. What is it? Campuses has to be the right plural there. Soothsayer?
Soothsayer, yeah.
Oh.
Golden Ratio's fine. It's playable. That's the wrong color land.
Oops. The Mythic. Wrong colors.
Double black Mythic, which is a little rough.
The other side is only single black, but I still don't think it fits. Don't think we can make that one work.
Yeah, it's a tough one. If you wanted to take it, you still could.
Ooh, Regrowth. 2 to the graveyard? That seems pretty good. Return
target card from your graveyard to your hand, right? Just 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Regrowth, and the other option is like Wandrix Pledge Mage. I tend to not play cards like Regrowth because it's not card advantage, so it's just making whatever you get more expensive. So you have to have something really premium to want to get. So personally, I would take the Pledge Mage, I think.
Okay. No, Pledge Mage is cool. Another Heated Debate.
Which I think is one of the best commons.
Burying Books is a really good spell.
It is. So here's where we kind of want to make a little bit of a... Well, I guess those 2 are both in the same deck. But are we liking the red-blue more or the blue-green more?
Both. I'm liking 3-color. Yeah.
All right, so then we really need some more like lessons and experimental science. So personally, I'm greedy. I think I would always take a Heated Debate over Burying Books, but I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I could go either way on that one. So I guess the cheaper one, the Debate, is where we go. Faithless Looting. Oh, there's a Mythic in colors. It's just... Is that good in Limited? Have you drafted a Jadzi Oracle of Arcavios deck?
I don't think it's good in the normal deck, but I did just get beat by it by someone who was able to put cards back into their deck. But I will stay Maelstrom Muse. So
Is that a really good one?
Yeah, it lets us cast like elemental masterpieces if we can find them on turn 5, which is just insane.
Okay. Holy cow. All right then. Hopefully we pick up another one since we have to pass it.
Yeah, it also turns like the Storm, which is the 5-mana spell, into super cheap. It
all right.
lets us cast Leyline earlier, which is not as big of a payoff, but possible. We can get there. Oh my god, 3 Heated Debates?
It's a lot of Heated Debate, It's a lot of debate.
It's getting hot.
It's getting steamy. I suppose it seems good to be able to remove everything.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Hopefully we wheel this Prismari command or Prismari campus, but
Yeah.
heated debates are just so stinking strong.
What's with all these good cards like in the same pack? How about the Arcane? Just to get our first learn card in here.
Yeah, I agree with Arcane. Is it our first? Yeah, it is. Oof. Yeah, I like Arcane a lot. The other option is the Annihilation, but you're right, we do have 2 good learns. Or, I'm sorry, 1.5 good lessons, but no learns, so I like this.
That's a Dean that we can play. I think it's actually a really... I remember we got trounced by this card, like on day 1 of the format.
The red side of this is so good. It's an amazing card advantage engine.
Pick and 6? It's still in the pack.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That means we are wide open in Prismari, which feels amazing.
Orange Sculptor.
Yeah, that is really good if we find the spells. We don't currently have them. The other option is like Pop Quiz. I don't typically take this card, but it's early enough in the pack where maybe it's good enough.
I don't know, because I'm also worried that we just won't have anything in the graveyard that we want to exile. So when I think about it harder, I'm thinking Pop Quiz, to be honest.
I think if we already had like 1 masterpiece, we could take the rare there and be pretty happy with it, but...
Easy Trickster.
Yeah.
Can't have too many.
They know that you are the preview card for it, so they're just flocking to you.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Well, we are chock full of 3-drops, so we don't really need Lorehold Pledge Mage. I think that the Vortex Runner is better in Quandrix because you ramp out some more of your land a bit more. So
I was thinking like we could get Spirit Summoning.
Yeah, I think Spirit Summoning is the correct pick. I've been got by Academic Dispute before, but it's kind of medium.
Oh, we don't really have the creatures to do anything with it, really.
Yeah. I think we'll just take the Seer here.
Okay.
I think we're kind of off the green plan. We haven't really seen too much. A bit of a late pass summoning and a Eureka moment for sure. But I think our red and blue is just so much better.
Yay, Masterpiece. Sorry, Faithless Looting.
And we wield the land too. It's like Christmas.
Doing it.
I'm just quickly taking the chaff here. Not a ton to talk about on those. So let's take a look at our deck really quick. Pretty minimal 2-drop slot. 3-drop slot's great. Removal is decent.
Yeah, seems to be going pretty well. But then I look at this and I'm like, the green cards are, I think, a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to keep the green splash going to run a Bookworm.
Bookworm is an amazing card, and it's worth splashing most of the time. And honestly, there's no red or blue here for us, so we could always just take it, and then, you know, if we feel uncomfortable with our amount of fixing, we could just ditch it. But I think that's the best card in the pack.
Let's do it.
I've actually never gotten to play an Electrolyze.
Wow. Electrolyze in Limited. I mean, I think I want to draft it as well because we already have so many debates and there's no lessons there. So, I mean, I think so.
I've seen it a few times, but I'm never in Prismari when it happens. So we're missing like a Rutha, and this deck would be pretty cool.
All right. Next pack. Easy.
Rutha, let's go. Yeah. Electrolyze, Heated Debate in the same pack is so scary.
Come on. Come on. Pass the copy, gal. The ogre. The ogre artiste. Oh, no, it's an orc. My bad. She's an orc. We did the, Gina and I did a lore episode that was all about Rutha.
Oh, really? Cool. So one of the things I was most concerned about is our 2-drop slot. Here's a Prismari Apprentice that fills that slot really well.
But is Negate good?
I don't think so. I mean, it's better in this set than normal. I think it's still more of a sideboard card. It's okay if you're missing playables, but...
Yeah, we can do the Apprentice, I suppose. My controlliness is like, ooh, Negate. Seems fun. But, yeah, you're right. They might just slam creatures and kill us.
The Negate might wheel. I would be more inclined to take the pop quiz over the negate agonizing force.
Oh, we know. We know. We're just tricking, right?
Yeah.
Still tricking them?
Yeah, I think Trickster is great. The only thing I would normally consider would be the Stormkin, but we don't have very many high drop spells. It would fix for the green as a possibility, but I think we might just be on the Trickster deck for funsies.
Oh yeah. Trickster tempo, baby. Let's do it. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, my meme deck come true.
Question is,
this happened when I was in Portland with you, right? You drafted a 5 Frost Trickster deck, and I remember you won a lot. That was with the that was the drinking game. You had a bunch of challenges added to it, and you still won so many games.
Do you want this or the pop quiz?
Trickster, I want the Trickster.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Elemental Sciences. That's pretty
late.
Yeah,
it is. It is pretty late. But the pledge mage is really good too, but I mean Sciences is pretty amazing.
Well, here's the problem though, is we only have one learn because we keep passing the pop quizzes. So
we have 2. Subtraction and pop quiz.
Oh, we do have a pop quiz. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I thought we passed all of them. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better. All right. Sciences it is.
Yay.
Oh wow, this card is so good.
It is?
Yeah.
See, instant or sorcery from your graveyard on the bottom? Oh, okay.
And then you get to draw 2 cards that you can cast that turn. They go into exile, but it's just basically draw 2 late game.
Uh-huh.
It's so strong.
If you say so, let's do it.
Burn spell.
Pigment Storm seems nice. We don't need any more 3 drops.
Nope.
I mean, I know, yeah, Tome Shredder is a card, but I just don't think we need it. I don't think we need any of this sequence. Yeah, I like sequence.
I don't think
we
would run it just because it's our fixing color, but we could take first day of class.
Would we ever run it?
Probably not, but we already have more lessons than we do learns, so we could now I'm wrong. Pop quiz wield.
Got him.
Now we won't use it. All right, do you like a chunkier blocking 4-drop or the flyer?
Ooh.
Okay, I should make a decision because it was coming through.
Yeah,
so what I was thinking
I really have no idea.
I was thinking 5 with 5 Frost Tricksters, this guy hits harder.
Yeah.
And we have enough evasive air stuff. I'm just gonna take the uncommon for vault value.
Boom.
I think that the flyer with ward is typically better, but with 5 Frost Tricksters, we had so much evasion and ways to tap down their stuff that like maybe that's good enough. Offers a little bit of reach with, cards like the Dust Speaker. Every time he activates, it'll ping them for 1, which is kind of cool. All right. Time for cuts. I think the deck is very good.
I don't think we're going to have space for a lot of the 3 drops that are hanging out. I think once we run the Dean, the quizzes, the Trickster, the debates, the Electrolyze, we're pretty much out of space.
Pretty much. So I cut the ones that were just not in our colors. So that leaves like Twin Scroll Shaman. We'll just move him over for the chopping block here. Shock we like. Breakthroughs, pretty medium. Traction, I think they're all good. Tricksters, pop quizzes we like. This is a 5-drop. The green splash. How are you feeling on that?
I think we can run 1 forest because we have sciences in the sideboard and just run like the ley line and the bookworm.
Okay. So get rid of that.
I think that sounds okay.
We filled up our 5-drop slot, so at least one of the ogres are on the chopping block, if not both. If we decide to keep the green, we probably have enough big stuff to where we don't want hog work. Yeah,
the Battle Seer doesn't really do it for me. So I'm okay with that being on the sidelines. Let's see. Do you think we still like Pigment Storm? It's pretty expensive. It's sorcery speed, and we have a lot of cheaper removal.
We do, but...
And we just...
Go ahead.
Oh, we just tap their large... Like, if they play something too big for debates and such, we just tap it with Tricksters again and again.
I think Pigment Storm will be better than you think.
Okay.
I definitely get that argument, but it's quite strong. Removal in this format's very, very good.
Okay.
You can actually just kill people with that card too, which is nice.
Can be very fun. We actually are going to hit face pretty hard. We've got the Electrolyzes and the Tricksters in the air.
Yes, definitely. And we have a little unblockable lizard. Oh, it's not a lizard, it's a human. Why have I always thought this was a lizard?
I don't know.
The art always struck me as a lizard. I just never looked at it. 4 more cards.
Are all of the 2-drops really good? Like, really good?
No. We have 3 2-drop creatures, and honestly, 2 of them are pretty medium. This is maybe a little medium minus for us, but we also don't want to get ran over. But maybe with 3 5-cost tricksters, we can afford a little bit more leeway there.
Yeah, I think so.
We could possibly cut a Historian, go 2 2-drops, but I probably wouldn't cut any more than that.
Okay. Well, we'll just go first all the time. It's going to be fine. This account goes first a lot. It's good.
That would help. We probably don't need... If you like to keep the green, we probably don't need the Ogre Battle Seer, because, you know, our deck is a little on the high end there, so the Scry is nice.
Agreed.
Or we could cut the big dumb 4-drop, which doesn't do too much either.
Yeah, I'm okay with both of those going, to be honest.
You have a preference?
Ogre.
All right. And then we have 4 lessons and 3 learns. It's a decent ratio, so we're probably going to be trying to get experimental sciences pretty early, and these cards don't cost a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So probably 2 forests, you think? Gives us 5 green sources? We could even go 1 forest.
1 forest was the first thing I thought, but 2 sounds a little safer. I don't know if there's like just a little mill effect or something that can hit us, but 2 just sounds safer to me.
In a pinch, we could always discard the experimental sciences too for it, if we wanted to.
What would you cut?
That is hard for me to say, because I would probably cut the green.
Ah, okay.
But we want to keep the green, because we don't get to play with these cards very easily, you know, very often, so. And you want to play them.
Okay. Let's see. I think I would cut the effigy.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure about the other.
Maybe we meet in the middle, go effigy leyline.
Okay. Just bookworm. We're just smashing with bookworm.
Bookworm is great.
All right.
And that probably...
in that case,
go ahead.
I was gonna say we probably do only need 1 forest then, since it's so late game.
That is where I was going as well. So we go 1 less forest, 1 extra 1 extra island.
Is there ever a time where instead of a mountain you run like a Lorehold campus because you want another Scryland, or to make it easier to cast a spirit summoning? Or I guess it doesn't, because you're replacing a mountain. I was just curious if the Scry is that good. Probably not, but just a question that popped into my head.
I think especially when I don't have any Scrylands, I definitely do. I would not be opposed to doing that with only 1 Scryland in our deck currently. We also have another reason you sometimes don't do that is because the risk of it coming into play tapped is a little too much. And then we also have a card like Adept, which lets us pitch the extra land to redraw. So you get a little extra cushion there for drawing extra lands. But no, you definitely can. I don't think it would be too sketchy with only 2.
This is the Divine Gambit all over again, because if I say we're going to run that campus, we are going to draw it at the wrong time in so many games. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. All right, we're doing it for the content. Put in the campus for a mountain. We're doing it.
I actually think it's not bad at all. And oftentimes we'll do this too, because sometimes you'll pick up a stray like white lesson or something. White is usually the exception that you don't tend to have, but sometimes I'll do that for blue, because there are some decent blue lessons that there's no playable cards, you'll take it, and then you'll run these random scry lands that are just a bonus scry option. And then every once in a while you just happen to be able to get lucky. I think we did that when we played in paper, right? You were asking why I was running the the colorless one, right? That was only a negative. Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. Easy 7-0. What do you think?
I'm gonna be hesitant. I'm gonna give us a 7-2.
Okay, cautious optimism. Let's go.
Look, that curve is beautiful.
I know. It's designed by a pro, so of course you got this. What do you think of the owl for a pet?
I think he's cute.
Yay.
I use the only like real cosmetic that I spent gold on it, but I mean I pay for drafts on my main account, so I guess it's all the same. But I use the flower I really like. All right, so do you like tapping it down or do you like playing Pledge Mage?
Pledge. We pledge.
All right, if we play Pledge, then I like not attacking because then it forces them to pay 2 life.
Yep.
Which is better than the 1 life that we would attack for.
Arrogant poet. So arrogant.
Green fight spell would be the saddest thing for us, but we're not too worried about it.
Main deck pest summoning.
That's reasonable. I've definitely done that before. I think we're just frost trickstering.
Mm-hmm.
And say go.
Look at all these creatures. You'd think we drafted like an all-creature deck.
Yeah, it's weird. We don't have any pop quizzes, no heated debates. Just wait till we get an electrolyzed on that pest summoning. Whew, gonna feel so good.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that just made me happy.
Are you getting the warm fuzzies?
We better draw it now. Better not be on the bottom.
Ratter, Sophia, and Dom Bomb. Thank you guys for the resubs. Very much appreciated, guys. Kind of sad to just run this Dusk Speaker out there because, you know, it's a pretty big magnet for removal, but we do want to kind of progress the board still.
Yeah, we don't really have anything else to do.
I'm thinking
Thinking
not attack.
about the bird. I mean, we're down in cards. We kind of have 2 cards in 1, though.
We have a lot more card draw in our deck, and also the Soothsayer can redraw lands, so that kind of counts as a boost.
Okay.
And next turn, if we really wanted to, if we get desperate, we could pitch the Elemental Masterpiece for a treasure token and attack with the Dust Speaker, and then put that on the bottom, drawing 2 more cards.
And also do it with the Soothsayer to draw a card, if we don't want the treasure. Or if the treasure's not as good as a card.
That's true. Yeah. You're right. Pitch this, redraw. We don't get the treasure, but yeah, that's great.
And then we have 2 4/4s on the bottom of our library that we can start digging for. So they have Pest Summoning in the deck, and they have Hunt for Specimens. Interesting.
Yeah, it could just be that they have, like, you know, that big dumb idiot we had in our meme draft. Like, they just want a lot of pests, and they could be short on playables, too. Or they have no lessons in the sideboard. That's interesting.
They looted their access tunnel.
Which is weird.
Wow.
That sounds like bronze things, to be honest.
Is it a bronze thing or a master plan? You never know.
Yeah, they just played another one.
You always find out around the end when you're either winning by a lot or hopelessly blindsided.
That's nice.
Oh, that's really nice, right? Because whatever they put in front of the Dust Speaker, we can hit with the subtraction.
That's
and
true.
we can get sciences and reshuffle the Elemental Masterpiece back in.
That's true. Yeah. So how do we want to do this then? Do you want to attack with the Dust Speaker and see where the dust settles?
How does the trigger work? Do we respond to it going on the stack with the discard?
maybe Arena's a little bit more tricky with that. I probably would maybe just wait and see how they block first.
Okay.
Oops.
All right. Yeah.
We're not going to get a trigger off the speaker, but I think it'll probably trade for something. Eat a pest. It might get like an infused vitality out of their hand. And then next turn we can do the same thing with the subtraction if we want.
Okay.
So they only have enough mana for one infuse. I don't know what they're doing.
Me either, but we can just hold our subtraction if need be. Lash of Malice is what they're doing. Okay. Subtraction still works as a save.
Yeah, it does. I'm worried then if they... This is lethal. My biggest fear is that they will infuse the other one in response, but that still wouldn't be the end of the world. Anatomy. Sciences.
Yeah, get our green ready for the bookworm.
Great. Sciences also lets us get the extra land that we can play, so if we want, we can redraw this island a little bit more easily.
Yeah, I guess it depends how much we want to make sure we make 2 4/4s next turn.
Yeah, I think we keep it for now. Or I think we play the masterpiece and then start pitching all of our other lands after that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm into it.
So that was almost a 2 for 1.
Oh, there you go.
This card's not very good.
It's rare though.
That was actually...
Hey,
we got their pest summoning plus their lash with our subtraction, which also got us a land and 2 life. So it was like kind of a 1 for, or 2 for 0 kind of.
All right. They're setting up their bookworm. That's the biggest problem we have.
Yeah. Punish. Just send in the air, you think?
Yep.
I think at this point we're happy to race.
We have occupied the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. This rare is not very good. Their deck seems okay, but...
Well, it's a big turn for them. They need to do something equally powerful, or at least something to stay in the game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the green-black bombs are. I guess they could have the dragon. Dragon would be pretty strong.
Thankfully, Dragon dies to heated debate.
Nice. Oh, thinking about rumbling, they might even pay 2 life here. I think that would be big trouble for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh. So if we attack with the Dust Speaker, we get to exile 2 cards.
Yes, it will likely die, but...
We can always heated debate the thing that blocks it if we want to keep it for next turn.
We could, but then then are we going to have enough mana to cast whatever it is that he gets?
That the Dust Speaker gets?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll probably be a Frost Trickster and a Frost Trickster, so it's fine.
This was the attack I was thinking about. If they choose to double block the Pledge Mage, we could heated debate one of those. I'm fine with trading both the 4/4s for their 4/4s, and if they have any combat tricks, we can deal with that. But this is so much pressure that we can clear the board for the Dust Speaker next turn.
Your attack is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want the Dust Speaker to go anyway for content because it's random cards.
Okay, checks out. Let's go.
You're making the right play.
Not punished.
Cool.
Never punished.
Yeah, perfect.
But now I'm a little concerned about if we have to blow up the thing in front of the Dust Speaker, they could still then kill the Pledge Mage if they block it correctly.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, or they could just not. That's great too.
Sweet.
We should probably just... Well, no, we'll keep the pests back, I guess. We'll just redraw end of turn.
They can't attack with those. They'd have to kill our whole board. I think either way works. It's okay. If they do attack with the pests, that'd be nice.
I think if we would have had more than 3 mana left, I probably would have done it. But there's not a whole lot for 3 mana we would want to cast. Maybe a Frost Trickster. But then I'd still be worried about a board clear.
Okay. Poet's getting strong.
Very strong.
Poet wants to rumble.
Yeah, it's got lifelink, so that's going to bring them back into the game a little bit. And apparently they don't want me to block it, which is fine. I should have. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have done that in response so we could heated debate if we got there, but I didn't because I'm dumb.
Nah, it's just your turn to get punished. I'm usually the one who gets punished on our show.
I was just letting it happen. It's too busy thinking about other things.
All right, my first rank of the season. Got there. Nicely done. Deck looks great though.
It is a fun deck. This is right where we want to be. No creatures, I'm still fine with this.
Oh yeah, me too. We have the best creature. Got the bookworm.
Yeah.
Hand is amazing. Look at that.
Never didn't have it.
Look at that. What a pro you are.
Never didn't have it. We only have two drops in the whole
You're
deck.
gonna draw a trickster.
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't think we do Trickster.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's true.
We want more mana. So how do you feel about expressive iteration before playing our land? So that way we can put a card in our hand and get a free land.
Yep. I'm into it.
Do you want the second heated debate or do you want the Pledge Mage? Personally,
I think you want the Pledge Mage.
I want the heated debate.
Oh, you do? Let's take the heated debate then.
And then we put the Pledge Mage in our library, take the land, play the land. Great.
Now, we're gonna make a control mage out of you yet. Look at that.
Oh, I like burn spells. Heated debate, I think, is one of the best commons.
It's a removal spell.
I love removal spells.
There you go.
It's Trickster it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
The only reason we
board
get
presence.
punished is the green fight spells. Keeping their board clear with the heated debates helps us with that.
Mm-hmm. They probably do have a few if they're Simic colors. So what the heck does that Vortex Runner thingy do?
It gets +1/+0 and unblockable when they get to 8 lands.
Okay. No big deal.
No big deal at all.
Hey, if we hold up the subtraction, we can stop a fight spell, and we can heated debate that critter out of the way and attack. The untapped one?
Yeah, we could do both of those things. That's true. I was thinking I might play the Adept, hold open a heated debate and a subtraction, and just not attack with the ground critter. But no, this is a great play too. 3, 4, 5. We're still forever away. And this little guy being unblockable and having an evasive creature, they're just dead, like, in 3 turns. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna have to find a removal spell eventually. And the only other thing they really have access to is, like, Burying Books.
Mm-hmm. I guess a large creature that can't be debated would be probably the worst thing that could happen. Then we'll just draw another Frost Trickster, show him what's up.
We have only drawn like 2 Frost Tricksters, which is strange. Indeed.
What do you think?
Kind of just want to keep my foot on the gas and just play the debate. Or we could play the Dusk Speaker and just go on in the air only.
I feel like they might have a counter.
Well, the main counter you see is reject. You don't see as many negates.
Well, debate can't be countered. That's why I like the debate play better.
Variant books is what it could be, I think, too.
Yeah. That's a little annoying, but it's okay. There you go.
We'll just play the Adept.
Yep.
And then Dusk Speaker will be great. Knowing that it was a Burying Books, I mean, the Dusk Speaker would have played out a little bit better, because then the next turn we could Dusk Speaker and protect it with the subtraction, but if they don't have a Burying Books, they're in some trouble.
It's kind of this is one of those micro value combos, but the kind of thing I geek out over. You can discard the Bookworm and then put it back in the library.
No, that's great. Yeah, I like that a bunch.
Actually, that might be a thing we want to do. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think if we didn't have such a good play here with the Adept, definitely. But if they attack us, I mean, they don't have any other creatures on the board, but letting us keep the Adept is pretty scary. And if they go aggro and attack us, you know, they're at 8. So any sort of like burn or something, another Frost Trickster would be pretty strong. They're in a tough racing position.
The Arcane Subtraction and the Ardent Dust Speaker are a pretty good team, since you want to attack in with it anyway.
Yeah.
I like it.
We could, you know, Arcane Subtraction, get the next Sciences to help us with the Bookworm. But yeah, geeking out, I like that. Discarding the Bookworm to the Adept and then putting it back into the library.
Just don't shuffle it away with the Sciences, right?
If you have extra mana, it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. They've taken over the skies.
They have.
So rude.
Yeah. So, I don't think that they'll attack with the 6/6, because then it's free reign for the Dusk Speaker. Now the question is, do you think they will double block the Dusk Speaker and the Assistant if we attack with it? I don't think so.
Part of the unknown is that we don't know what we're going to flip, so that may make them not want to block at all. So I guess we'll see.
Whoa, they're going to attack? That's interesting.
It feels strong. They don't feel strong.
I wouldn't.
They heard you.
So I do think we attack with the Dusk Speaker just to draw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they will...
Ooh. We could just electrolyze now, but then they're not going to double block anyway, so...
Well, we don't want them... Yeah, we really don't want them to double block, so I think we do electrolyze.
Okay. But then they're still going to single block, right? So then we end up using all 5 mana. But I don't think they're going to double block because they see the electrolyze, which means they'll single, which means subtraction will stop it, and then we can post-combat Trickster and then lock it down. What do you think?
Well, we definitely want to do that. Yeah, you're right. So we'll probably waste the electrolyze, you think?
We might. Yeah, that's the downside, is we waste the electrolyze.
It's unfortunate.
I think the Trickster is better right now, though.
I think so. Six, we're still a couple short, and if we Frost Trickster, we haven't played a land, so we could actually do the environmental sciences this turn.
Yep.
So we go sciences. I really hope I didn't miscount land somewhere.
I think so. We're wrong together if we're wrong. All right. Lovely.
We know they're going to get like a 6/6 or a 7/7 this turn as well.
Interesting.
Question is do we run it back with the Dust Speaker, just throw them under a bus to get 2 more cards? It'll hopefully get us the land.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's worth a shot. There's so many things we can hit that are good.
Yeah, it could hit another removal spell to finish them off. It could do a lot.
Could do so much. Just
Yeah, it can also do
Bookworm.
nothing.
It can also just get our bookworm. It's fine.
Om nom tasties.
Ooh, I love it. 3 life, draw a card. Wow, 3 lands in a row. I don't know. It's on now though. We can play bookworm again. Just go go ahead. Come at us.
Bookworm does stop some 6/6 pretty well. This little Prismari Apprentice is can add up to lethal really quickly as well. We did get 3 free cards with the Dust Speaker. He did the little Dust Speaker that could. He did his job.
He just charged in there, like reckless abandon to get the job done. You gotta admire it. Oh, that's so beautiful.
That is beautiful. We have enough to do all 3, or we could pitch a land and then choose to possibly not do 1.
The bookworm might die if we tap a 6/6 attack with bookworm, gets double blocked, right? So maybe we want to put it back in the deck and loot and then play. I think that leaves us enough for the apprentice. Am I wrong? Let's see, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if we put bookworm back in the deck and then loot towards it, we'll be able to draw it the next turn.
Tap the 6/6. We're going to attack with this.
Mm-hmm.
And put 3 back and loot. Yep.
I think so. It just bookworm them to death.
The only reason I was thinking about looting first is because we have so many more Frost Tricksters and Heated Debates. We could just lethal them here almost with the bookworm.
But the problem with that line is we're just going to draw land.
That's true.
That's how it works. But I actually think that's a very good play. Maybe it's better to play the creatures. We're not going to get back to the bookworm next turn because we don't have enough mana, right? We're a mana short.
Yeah. I like getting creatures on board, especially because the little Prismari Apprentice, could just kill them very quickly.
All right. This is good.
We can still get closer to the bookworm next turn, though. We'll hold on to the mountain.
Yeah, they need a draconic intervention.
If we draw a 5-drop spell, they're dead with the Apprentice. If we draw any spell, they're dead, actually, because the Pledge Mage gets a land. Oh, this comes into play tapped, so they can't do that. They just need a creature. Put an upkeep stop, put the bookworm back in.
It's 3rd from the top, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I remembered how that worked. I like that play on the upkeep, though, so you get a little closer. Aw, look at, who is it? It's Frost Trickster.
It's
Froster. Do we want to
Do
take them to 1, or? Okay.
Well, we're definitely playing it. The question is do we do this and then just go all in, put them to 1, or do we just keep this thing locked down a little more? I think we put him to 1.
Put him to 1.
It gives us so many more lethal targets next turn. It gives us kind of 3.
Shock for the win, guys.
Oh my gosh. Halkin, thank you so much. Appreciate the 48 months. Our stream anniversary. Oof.
48 months is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Well done. Well done. All right. Climbing. We crushed bronze 4. Well done.
All in the name of cosmetic gems. Let's go.
Hey, sometimes I buy cards too.
Oh, frog.
This bookworm, man, just wants to be in the action every game.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Damn it, they remembered the menace. So if we miss our land drop next turn, we could Expressive Iteration and hit it that way.
Yep. And then probably play Subtraction if we need to.
So how do you like... Yeah, how do you like doing nothing? Holding open Pop Quiz if they attack, and then Expressive Iteration if they don't, so we can make sure we hit our sciences next turn.
Yeah. It's close between playing the Pledge Mage, right? Because the sooner you have the Pledge Mage, the more the Pledge Mage does. You can also try to offer a trade with the first year, and if they block, we can use Subtraction now and have Sciences for sure next turn. So those are 2 things I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I was thinking about offering the block on the first year as well.
All right, let's try that first.
So you want to attack?
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I was thinking about doing it on the blocks.
Ah, okay. All right, do your thing.
That's fine. Our creature is better. They might do it. So this is what I was... I think our creature is better. It's a good trade there. But now if we play the Pledge Mage, we don't want to block Pledge Mage, right? If we do nothing, then we're just like in a weird spot. We take a bigger beating. But maybe that's okay for a turn. They're not likely to be able to remove the Pledge Mage, so we just take extra damage.
Yeah, I feel like they have to do something about it because it'll get big. We got spells this game.
The Expressive Iteration helps us a little bit because we could choose to do that to hit our land drop, because I was more worried if we played the Pledge Mage, we wouldn't be able to get the Sciences and hit our land drop.
Mm-hmm. Iteration's pretty good for that, though. Of course, if there's no lands in our top 3, like, what the heck's going on with our life? What's happened? The world is just upside down at that point.
First years can get quite scary.
Ooh, upkeep plays. They let us untap.
Why would they let us... Oh, that makes
Study
sense.
break. But they could still do that before combat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's see how many lessons they have. They've already done 2. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But they did miss a land, I think.
I don't think so. They went 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop?
Oh, they did. Okay, yep.
All right, so I like keeping the Frost Trickster in our hand.
Yep.
Put this into our library, play a land. I guess we just hold open Subtraction.
Yep.
It's gonna hurt.
Subtraction on the first year is like gaining some life back. and the
Yeah.
Pledge Mage will get big.
It
And
lets
then we
us,
can lock it down the next turn.
yeah, we get Sciences, gain 2, and then we have enough mana to lock it down with the Pledge or the Frost Trickster. I think that's correct. It also just kind of like the subtraction kind of just bricks their study break, right?
Mm-hmm. A duel between the learn cards here.
Yeah. They make it so we can't block trap, but it's fine.
All right, they're never untapping that first year again. We got this.
Probably not. Definitely going to Science.
My goodness, do I love Sciences. I even play that in Standard Best of 1 a lot.
Sciences is great. Little life gain, a little tappy tappy. Do we attack? Like, we're not really scared
I
of
think
just
so.
we're not really scared of just the little unwilling guy, and we have a flyer for the flyer. It's not a bad race for us.
Yeah, I think this is the play.
Also, the storm can actually finish them off pretty well too, because it can just deal 4 damage to them.
At Quandrix Pledge Mage, trying to carry the team. All right, which mythic do you think they'll play here just to totally blow us up?
Shush. Why are you always jinxing us?
I don't know. I think it just makes for good talking points.
Do you like offering the trade on the worm or the inkling?
I think this attack tells us that they know something we don't know, either a sweeper or some other way that they're going to end up ahead in this race. So I kind of like the trade.
Yeah, I do as well. And if they have a combat trick +2/+2 or something like that, it takes a good portion of their turn. And we're already kind of ahead on the ground here, swinging with the Pledge Mage. So I think not attacking allows them to keep their tricks and progress the board to get them in a race.
It's indestructible?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, -1 more trick.
But it took their black source. So, like, hopefully, you know, really limiting what they're doing overall.
Yeah.
They're going to tap our
Another
stuff
study?
down again? Jeez.
Another study break?
That is a little scary. We might actually have to kill something now.
Oh, I'm thinking we kill something just out of spite.
What do you want to kill? The Pledge Mage? They have 2 spells they could cast potentially.
The first year?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the first year.
Keeps,
All right.
you know, pressure on the board because they're still taking some damage, removing their biggest threat, making both of our threats bigger. It's not a bad turn, all things considered.
I wonder if they have a hidden color or if they're doing the Scryland thing. Guess we'll find out.
Magic is now hosting my stream. Whoa. Crazy.
Hi, Magic.
So what are you thinking here?
So there aren't any blocks that make the Quandrix Pledge Mage like suddenly bigger really matter, I don't think. So I think we pop quiz right away and see if we draw something better than what we're doing or what we would be doing.
Yeah.
We can also go get the, what's the card? The one that's +1/+1 in vigilance?
Plus
Or +2/+2
yeah,
in
plus
vigilance?
+2 in vigilance. And the Prismari Apprentice would be is unblockable at that point, so it's just kind of guaranteed.
Oh, that's a good draw too.
It is, yeah. So we could tap down one of the Inklings and go in that way as well, and just keep this.
That sounds safer to me.
It does,
Tapping
yeah.
down an Inkling.
I agree. And we could use this next turn to give unblockable to finish the job.
You think they have another study break? Yeah? Yeah?
They could, but I mean, it doesn't kill us anyway. Yeah, we could have tapped the frog so they couldn't draw, but they can't draw this turn anyway because they don't have enough mana open. If they spend 3 mana to draw next turn, then they're not going to be able to get out of this anyway. I think I'd rather tap down the flying threat. Personally?
It does, yeah, if they have a trick there and they don't have to block, then we'd much rather have the flyer tapped. Because saying to tap the frog is assuming that they have to chump block. Leech Fanatic. All right. I'm looking for one more point of damage on the Apprentice. I don't see it though. I guess we could draw Shock, so we pop Quiz first. If we draw Shock, we... No, that's not enough. We would need one more land too, which we don't have, but I don't think we lose anything this way. Oh, we could loot the trick. If we had drawn a land or the Shock, we could loot from hand to try to hit it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The Heated Debate is nice because it makes them have to chump with the other one. Because right now they just chump with the Inkling and then they could potentially gain more life.
Yep.
I think this is fine. Yeah, we were planning on putting the +1/+1 counters on the Apprentice, but we were still short of damage. And then we wouldn't be able to, like, Heated Debate their life gainer, so...
Yeah, we took a shot at seeing if we could somehow rip a thing to win the game.
Yeah.
We're far enough ahead that I don't think the sequencing is going to matter too much, other than them top decking like a board wipe, right? So we may as well go for the win. That's something. Do you feel like they made their mark?
I feel like that card missed the mark just a little bit. We also had the Electrolyze we could have cast off of it, right?
Yeah.
For lethal as well?
Yeah, that would work.
We've kind of started making this into a bit of a tradition. CGB doesn't play Limited, and I only play Limited, so on his channel, we play a bunch of Constructed, and I learn how to play those decks for like tournaments and stuff, and then on this channel, we use CGB's draft tokens that he gets from his like pre-order expansions. That card's very good and very scary.
Okay. But if it never untaps, is it still very scary?
The problem is eventually it gets too big to be in our like range of being able to kill it. So I still probably want to kill it when I get a chance. That card's also annoying. All
right, but if it never untaps, is it still annoying? I think so.
And do we just want to just race this or offer double blocks? I think we just want to race it because if they have one pump spell, we are sad.
Triple Trickster not racing would be a crime. Let's go.
All right.
Let's rumble.
That's not too scary. That was a good draw too.
Double spell here. Get the Apprentice down so the Pigment Storm makes it unblockable.
And
just
gives it
take him to the woodshed. We're just taking them to the woodshed.
The Apprentice will get +1/+1 too. It'd be so spicy.
I take it back. We're taking them to the birdhouse. That's what's up.
Ooh. Why?
Probably something tricky.
Yeah.
Do we want to attack before we play the removal spell to see how they react?
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be some sort of removal spell here or something, but...
Right. So as long as it's not a flash creature, making the apprentice unblockable doesn't matter. And we can always pop quiz if we need to.
There really isn't any flash creatures.
I think we're supposed to attack. Nice. Now I'm really not sure.
Are they just trying to race this?
I think we storm something.
I agree. I think we storm something. I think it's maybe the trudge is the thing that hits the hardest.
Yeah, I think so.
That's also the thing they can get back, but...
So next turn, we have pop quiz for the card that makes the +1/+1 expanded anatomy, and we can put it on the apprentice and just get them.
I mean, we don't even need to put it on the apprentice. The apprentice is just lethal.
Yeah, if they did something, I don't know. All right, that they just signed up for a race they couldn't win. That's what that was.
They had to kill the apprentice plus 1.5 of the tricksters. So 3 answers essentially.
MTGNerdGirl. That is bronze too. I want you to know you're dealing with a real limited gamer over here now. I no longer have to put up my screenshots of #1 mythic and shame of being bronze 4.
I just want to say this deck is good for Platinum Plus, for sure. I would be excited to play this deck.
Nice. Turn 3, 4, and 5 trickster is the new meta. Igniting gets it, you know? And that's what I predicted when I got this as my preview card. I'll have you know.
I got like a rare card. I don't even remember, what did I get in this set? Oh, I got God's Willing.
Okay.
But I was jealous of yours because it was so good and limited.
Yeah, that's right.
Seems fine.
Don Konu says, I love you. Hi. It's very forward of you, but okay, I love you too.
CGB rules? He's pretty alright. Oh no.
Thanks.
We're playing against We're playing against a bronze player.
No, we are the bronze player. We are ranked up to gold.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what's up. No, it's good that our collective talent is being recognized by the matchmaking algorithm. This probably has something to do with Magic hosting the show.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so this is a little sad.
Is it sad? I mean, we just get to shock something if we want to, or just set up for our 3-drops and such.
Well, I just meant sad in that they're curving out, and it can make life difficult for sure. So do you want to kill... I think we could take 2.
Yes, I think we take 2 and then shock a Pledge Mage, or some other 2 toughness 3-drop.
Ooh, that card's great. So do you think if we shock the Pupil now, they'll put the counter on the Shadewing?
And then you want to debate the Shadewing?
Yeah.
I think we just ignore the Pupil as long as we can.
We're not going to be blocking either one of these anytime soon.
Yeah. It's just a 1/1. It could get a lot worse.
But what if they put counters on it and then those counters go on to something else?
We'll do something about that someday.
Okay.
Come on, I don't respect 1/1s. Yeah, we'll just tap it. That's what I should have said. We'll just tap it. Whatever they put the counters on, tapped. Taparoo.
Well, let's tap the Menacey guy, and then if they want to attack into it, we can block it, and they can put the counters on whatever they want. Now do you think the counters will go on the Combat Professor?
Yeah.
Great.
But it might go on the ingredient.
But if it goes on the ingredient, I think that's okay too. They're both going to be able to attack us. You jinxed us. Oh.
I have a gift. It's just what I do. All right, I still don't know how that Maelstrom Muse card works. So
when it attacks, it makes something a spell cost, instant or sorcery cost 2 colorless less. So Heated Debate and Pop Quiz just cost 1.
Let's go. Oh, I love it.
They haven't played any removal yet, which makes me a little sad, but hopefully it's like if it's an Expel or something, then they can't cast it yet. If it's a Mage Hunter's Onslaught, we cry and get hit in the face. I think I might have just Heated Debate the Combat Professor, but they did only have 2 cards in hand, so.
I can't accept that we put this card in our deck and then just are okay with paying full price for our spells. Like,
that's true. This is the first time we've really seen it.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It hasn't proven anything to me yet. It has to step up.
I had a deck with 2 of these and 3 of the Experimental Masterpieces, and every single game I just cast Experimental Masterpiece on 5. It was amazing.
Wow, sounds like you did very well.
I did the thing. Yeah, it was great. 10 out of 10 recommend.
What a crushing disappointment.
Dork.
All right, let's tear this place apart.
Okay, what do you want? How do you want to tear it apart?
Oh, I'm trying to remember how that card works. So does it apply to all the spells?
Just instants and sorceries. So if we attack, we can put like full control, and then Heated Debate the guy for 1, and then play the Trickster on the ingredient.
Does it only work for 1 spell?
It does. Your next spell costs 2 less.
All right. I thought we were just gonna quote pop off, but looks like we get 1 bit of action. Okay.
So we let this resolve. We killed their Combat Professor.
I dig it.
And then we Frost Trickster the ingredient just because we are a little behind.
Yeah, I think so.
We could have pop quizzed as well, but then we take a beating for 3, which...
Oh no, we're gonna pop quiz for 1. That is the only acceptable number now. Now that we've cast Heated Debate for 1, there's no way we're paying full price for this pop quiz.
I like it. I like it.
Do not make me go Karen up in there. I will have to speak to the manager if they try to charge me 3 mana for this pop quiz.
God damn it, CGB. So the way, it costs 1x, where x is its power, so you could also like pump it or put counters on it or something too, is the other thing. CGB goes full Karen on today's episode.
Hey, that is how you that's for your title. That's for your YouTube title. Yeah.
So if we pop quiz here, we can't Frost Trickster, but I think I'm okay with that.
I think we might get Sciences and go get blue and then hold up Arcane.
I like that as well.
Oh, we hit a forest. Nice.
We did.
So we can't hold up Arcane. We can't play anything else. We could get Spirit Summoning and play that this turn, or we could get Elemental Summoning and play that next turn, but we have another 5. Maybe Spirit Summoning's the good card.
Well, also we can, if with the Sciences we gain 2, so we could take a little bit more of a beating too. Gives us more fuel for the Dusk Speaker. I think it's Sciences still. Okay. And like
I can be into that.
Unchunks our mana, so that way we could
we can Arcane on their turn, and then we can cast a cheaper Elemental Summoning on our turn. Covert Go Karen. Oh man, that sounds like it does sound like a good thumbnail. It's got to be an iconic Karen you can Photoshop my face onto. They had enough.
Much unfortunate, but that's okay. We're still in a great spot, I think. You still want a subtraction?
Do you? What do you think? I
think we're not really likely to use what we'd probably just play Dust Speaker or a Frost Trickster, depending on what we draw.
Yeah, I think so too. So I don't think we have to.
We're technically, you know, on par for damage here. So we could play...
Allie, I will... Oh, sorry. I was going to tell Allie I'm going to try to get a hair swoop for the next photo shoot.
Dust Speaker or Soothsayer Adept.
I mean, Dust Speaker seems really good here, and it's a pretty hard card to get down, I found. So, I think we just go for it.
Uh-oh. That's a bit annoying. Don't auto tap. I auto tap when I have it like calculated, and I also usually hover over, like when you drag the spell out, it tells you what it's going to tap. So usually if it's going to be relevant, I try to check.
What deck would Karen play? That's a good question. What's the deck that's most likely to need to speak to a manager?
God damn it.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. That one's gonna be stuck with me for a long time. It has to be aggro. Wait, would it be mono red?
Wouldn't it be control?
No. It has to be aggro.
It has to be control, right?
There's no way. I feel like you and I debating this might involve some bias.
I thought Karens like to control everything. That's why they have to speak to a manager.
Okay, aggro control. So it's rogues.
All right, I think we attack with the Dust Speaker.
Yep.
Oh. Doing it.
Doing it.
Oh my god.
You don't want to see if they block first and try to use the pupil somehow? Maybe? I mean, they could make a mistake. Let them try.
Yeah. I was thinking kill the professor and the inkling, and then when they block with the pupil and put it on the unwilling, we then trickster it down.
That's all. That all could definitely, that could still happen here anyway.
But now
that's fine.
They could try to put the +1/+1 counter on one of these, which we would then just kill it in response. They could put it on the unwilling, which I guess is also just fine.
We lock it down. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
also, if they're only left with the unwilling ingredient, they have to exile it to the fumes. So they can't even draw a card with it later.
Yeah, that's really good. So this ended up working out the same, I think. They're putting it onto the ingredient.
So this is the first time you've electrolyzed?
This is the first time I've electrolyzed, yes.
Was it everything you hoped it would be?
It was amazing.
10 out of 10 would ride again.
10 out of 10 would recommend to a friend. This guy is such a bomb too. If you can't deal with him, he's so good.
All right, here it is. Karen would play ramp because that escalates quickly, you know? Just escalates so quickly.
Oh my god, that is kind of great wording, I agree. Goodbye forever, friend. You served your purpose. And we love you.
Yeah, Ugin is the manager, and Ugin does whatever Karen wants. It's the way it is. Hey, we got the Dean of Expression down. Nice.
Yeah, it scared them. And they can see
Rare
it.
Rare cards do that. We beat gold!
We did!
We got paired up to gold and we showed him what's up. We will not be gatekept.
5-1, guys. The deck is very good. I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.